So you want to come up with the next $1,000,000 idea, starting with nothing, just like I did with Sinus Buster only 4 years ago. Well, let me tell you something. You can do it. There are opportunities out there for you, but you got to have passion, you got to have guts, and you got to have balls of steel to make it work. I know with all the gloom and doom in the stock market, everybody's 401k has dropped to almost nothing, and you're worried probably about starting something new in this economy. Truth is, this type of economy gives you the greatest opportunity of all to come up with the next big trend, the next big innovation. The key is you've got to have passion for your idea. You can't just come up with $1,000,000 idea overnight. Good ideas don't come overnight, and great ideas hardly ever come at all. But you can make it happen. You've got to look deep inside you and find something you really care about. You've got to look inside. You've got to have passion. You've got to love your idea. You can't just come up with an idea for the sake of getting rich. You've got to believe in it. And if you believe in it, you can achieve it. There's no doubt about it. When I started Sinus Buster, I had $350, and I was a single parent, and I couldn't pay my bills. In fact, that $350 was supposed to go to my landlord that month. But I knew I had to take my shot. I knew it inside my entrepreneurial gut. And right or wrong, I had to go for it. And thank God I was right. But the truth is, you'll never find your greatness if you're not willing to take that leap of faith. And you have to avoid corporate constipation all the way. And by that, I mean the type of thinking that clogs up your creative brain, that overthinks the way things really are out there. When you come up with a great idea and you really believe in it, don't look at the corporate trends in the past and say, hey, am I like the competition? You want to be different than the competition. If your idea isn't different in some achievable way, well, then you need a different idea to begin with. Innovation is all about having the balls to create something from nothing, bucking those trends, just like I did with Sinus Buster. Let me tell you, there is no pharmaceutical company that would have ever called a nasal spray Sinus Buster. Now, I have to buy up everything Buster related just to keep other people from buying it. The truth is, innovation is sparked by people that have enough balls to just do it, to just get it off the ground, to take a leap of faith. And if you can take that leap of faith and you have the passion it takes, you can make it work. You can go from hundreds of dollars to millions in only a few short years. You could be the next big idea out there. You could create the next new industry out there. And the truth is, though, you got to do the work. There's no excuse these days because the playing field's been leveled. The little guy can get on the internet and work as if he had 100 employees nowadays. You can research markets. You can connect with consumers. You can market your products for almost nothing. And that scares the hell out of the big corporately constipated conglomerates out there. They hate the internet because it allows the little guy to move in on them. And a little guy can move a hell of a lot faster than one of these big guys, especially when they're stuck in corporate constipation mode. So you've got to come up with your great idea. You've got to believe in it. You've got to buck what all the naysayers say from the very beginning. And then you got to see it through. That means doing the work. That means keeping your shoulder to the grindstone, and that means growing slowly. And that means using the internet as your main tool to give yourself a boost. This way you can start with $1,000 as if you had $1,000,000, because no longer does it take millions to launch a new brand out there. You can use your personal connection with the consumers through the internet to create some of the biggest ideas ever. Now, I'm going to be launching my new book, actually, coming up in probably February of 2009, we're looking to launch. And my book is all about teaching the steps that it takes to fight through the corporate constipation, to find that great idea, and to spark that great idea into a giant fire. That's what you're looking to do here. You got to remember to believe in yourself beyond all else, because all great ideas look like they're going to fail at some point in time. But that's when a true entrepreneur picks up his or her bootstraps and finishes the job. That's where the balls of steel and perseverance come in. And if you have passion, you can do that. Just remember, it ain't about the money, because if all you're looking to do is just come up with an idea so you can get rich, you might get some success, but chances are you'll never reach that pinnacle of success you're searching for, because you've got to have the passion and love for what you do. And if you have that, you got 90% of it covered. That's all there is to it. Come up with your great idea, let it happen, know it's right, and follow it with your passion. If it turns out to be the wrong idea, maybe it will lead you to find the right idea. That's why you got to follow your dreams. If you ask most people how they're going to, if they want to get rich, of course they're going to say, yeah, I'd like to be rich. Ask them how, and most people will tell you either they'll get an inheritance or they'll win a bunch of money at the casino or something. The truth is, nobody says, or very few people say, hey, I'm going to get rich, but I'm going to do it by coming up with a great idea and working my ass off for the next 3 to 5 years until I can grow it into something that's making $1 million or more. And that's how you do it, especially in this 21st century. You want to be an entrepreneur? You got the balls of steel to do it. You got the passion to do it. You can do it. It just takes hard work and perseverance.